Hi everybody, welcome back to Magika, episode 9 with me, Sid. And last episode we made a Silk Touch spell. I've still got my dig spell. What I may actually do is throw myself together. And we made the enchanting table, which I do need to do something about. I have been running around with my light spell, basically making this area as spawn safe as reasonably possible. It also has the added advantage that it is upping my air, I think it's air, and reducing my earth affinity, which didn't make that much difference at that stage, but you know, yeah, it's still not enough mana. I want to. So the more of this is lit up, the less problem we have with things coming in and making my life miserable. However, I've been busy between episodes, so I did go back to the Warped Forest and start clearing a few more trees. That's one thing I've done a wee bit of. I have, let me just try and get rid of most of this stuff, throw a bit of that in, that, keep those because they are technically valuables, have an iron pick, have an iron axe, but I've just got my dig spells at the moment. And also we do have our spell book, which, if I remember rightly, the recipe was relatively cheap. So if I go 1, 2, 3, two paper and 4 leather. 1, 2, 1, 2. Pepper. 2 of those. Get a spell book. If I come over here, because if I call this tools, doesn't really matter. And then we're going to open that up and we're going to have dig and Silk Touch. And then that one, right, and there is a way to oh, that's not good, is it? Need to alter the position of some of the UI elements there, because some of those are really not. No, it's not chat settings. Move controls and keybinds are there. Configure spell next to shape group. It's got to be N, maybe. Let's try that. You just do it with the arrow thing, but it really needs to be in a different position. So I need to just work out how to change this Magika stuff. And I think I wonder if there is a way to. Oh, I've got a Wingy kit. There's a way to alter the GUI position on the thing from the book, perhaps. Maybe not. So from the let me just let the cat out. Back in a sec. Oh right, I did manage to achieve something. I managed to move the bars up. So there's a setting in the configuration file and it's got an offset from the bottom edge of the screen of 3. I changed it to 25, purely a random guess at number, and it's actually not too bad. So so now I have a spell book which is going to purely contain my my diggy spells. Right, next thing. Weapons. If we have a look at swords, there are a number of swords, and the Epic Knights pack has got a whole bunch of good stuff in it. There's a short sword which does 6.5 damage, half a point lower than that, but 0.1 faster. You can go all the way up to the old flame bladed sword, which is 10.4 damage, but it's got a really slow attack speed and is double-handed. Got a whole load of bonuses to it though. The diamond illegitimate sword there with its 8.25, that's always an option. But if we forget the word sword and go and look at the word diamond, well, we get a whole load of other options. There's a diamond stiletto, got a good speed. It's actually no better than the things, but it is armor piercing. That's why. You've got your short sword. Now this is the one I'm thinking of. It doesn't really have any benefits. It does 7 damage. It's slightly better in speed than the normal diamond sword. Costs exactly the same as a diamond sword, with the exception being you need to make some leather. So let us go and address that, and then I'll continue on with what I have been doing between episodes, because as I said, I've been a little busy. And we'll have one of them. That can go away. Come back over here. That goes with those. There's our little cat's Balja. No idea what that stands for. It sounds German. It probably means like cat botherer or something like that. But there we go. We have got a sword. It's okay. Nothing to write home about, but that's all good. Right, let me pop that away for a second. We've got light, we've got enchantment table to do. Let me show you what I've been up to. So, other than going to the nether, I went down here and I dug a big hole. That's the underside of the floor, obviously that's the piping for the system there. And then we've filled in the hole up there, and this comes all the way across here into here, which we need to decide what I'm going to do with this space, but largely unimportant right now, other than the fact we can get to things and everything's lit up nicely. These little areas here could be tunnels, could be alcoves. What I'm thinking is there are a number of farms which would be useful things, like a sugarcane farm that is a nice simple single block kind of thing that just got chugs off as sugarcane every time it goes, or bamboo farms, or there's plenty of this. I mean, there's a chicken farm, but I don't want that over here because they're noisy little gits. So that's a thing. I'm not entirely sold on this this stairwell yet. I may, because my plan is to make this roof come down, but I really would like this to be, I suppose I could just loop around. Don't have to go. There's options. There's always options. And in terms of the build items, also not 100% certain on what I want to use to build in here. But I think we're going to use a lot of stone brick, because ever since we got deep slate, I think stone brick has become a bit of a poor cousin for building. It's kind of become, well, for want of a better word, unfashionable. You know, we've got deep slate, we've got blackstone, we've got all these exciting things that we can build with, yay! And then all of the old ones just get left behind in the depths, you know, as a thing you can go back to now and again. So, let me just have a quick peek at the map, because I'm sure there were some structures out and about. Ooh, hello. Don't know what that is. Looks interesting. That were made of stone, which we could then go and just borrow. So, got me thing, got me lead, got me stuff, got an iron pick just for speed, so we can head over to... Oh, right, we need to be careful around here. There's a whole load of holes, and that was not a deliberate pun, because there's a whole load of holes. Whole load of holes going on. Oh, hello. I did not realise that that was there. Yeah, we'll have most of it. Not bothered about you. We'll take the cobwebs because they'll come in handy. Melon seeds can stay. You can go. We'll keep that. One thing I actually do need to do is get some vines as well, because I don't have any. And if I want to make mossy stuff, I can obviously... Yeah, I don't think there's anything in there. I think it's just a boulder. Okay. Yeah, I can... Whoa, hello. Try not to throw yourself off a cliff, horse. What was I saying? Yeah, I need to make my own mossy stuff at some point, because I can't... I mean, I can go around and raid these structures for their parts. What was that? Oh, it was one of those. Okay. Nothing exciting. All right. Right. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Steady. So, yeah, let me just get myself... I will use the word loosely to say safely over to the point that I want. But I'm not convinced I'm going to get there safely. Oh God, I hate trees. Whoa, 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 whoa. Steady on there. This is not in the least bit dangerous. That wasn't even the right kind of stone. We need to head over here. Alright, not a problem. We got ourselves here anyway. Let's get this little horsey tied up and see. What are you doing? Seriously. We'll get to the top and then we'll start to clear that. I'm curious to see. I don't think there was anything at all when we did this last time. But what I need to do is... Oh, there's another one there, look. So I can get loads of building materials. But I am going to have to resort to primitive, non-magical means because, you know, my mana just doesn't seem to go anywhere at the moment. Doesn't matter. I'll grab this and I shall be back in a little while. I will say one thing. This bauble is brilliant. So I've been mining up the obelisk over there, the little ruin. And how do I put this? Yeah, it basically stuffed me because what I spotted on said obelisk was let me just get rid of that. vines. Now, I know I could go to the jungle. I could do any of that. That would be fine and not a problem. But why make work for myself? No, I just need, he says, looking at his 6 pieces of cobblestone, because he needs a furnace to dig that up. And yeah, again, not a significant problem, except let's just go over there. There's a nice little outcropping of rock just there that will do. Erratic boulder, I believe, is the correct phrase for one of these. So we've got a little bit of lapis while we're down there as well, which was nice. A little bit dark. So yeah, limitations. It's not perfect. Have to accept that. But on the whole, reasonably straightforward. We can get that, and while I'm building her back at the house, we can have that just growing up in that massive great hole we've got that is the thing. So let me cook up. I've only got 7, but it doesn't matter. 7 or 8 is virtually the same. That can do its thing. That can do its thing. And I'll get the rest of this, and then we can head back. And you lot, stop making things grow. You're just annoying. Everywhere I look, everything's growing, coming up roses because those two. Strangely, and I never realised this, a silk touch pick is not capable of, or silk touch anything. Well, I suppose silk touch shears would be, but is not capable of actually getting vines. No, and we're out. I'm actually out of pick, but I'm just using this this free diamond one that I found, because I think as we get higher level, we'll find that the mana running out becomes less and less of an issue. I sincerely hope. It certainly seems to last longer in mana and artifice. In my testing, you know, the actual spell crafting is considerably more complicated, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. And you're a lot faster, but a lot slower getting to the spell crafting, which again is not necessarily a bad thing. But yeah, it's one of those things where I'm looking forward to trying that mod, and again, we will be doing it immediately after this. I'm going to take this, I mean, what we're on now, episode 9, so it's a bit early doors to be thinking about moving on, but I'm going to take this to a point in the game, and then we're going to come back and we're going to start over using a virtually identical pack, but instead of having Ahh Magika Legacy, it will have the Mana and Artifice. There'll be a few other changes as well. I'm going to change the backpack mod because I'd like the backpack to be easier to craft but not be quite so OP. I mean, to be fair, my OP backpack is entirely my fault. We'll put you away. The rest of that, right, yep. Plop, plop. And, oh, let's not forget that. Not bothered about the furnace. Right, home. And we'll see what trouble we can get up to back there. 2 things I would like to do today, and they're not necessarily magic orientated, but they're more going to be infrastructure and building orientated, is going to be getting this room underneath built, and also a kitchen area, because the kitchen's looking particularly lax. May have another play around with another spell, see what we can come up with, but that's not a definite. We'll see how we go, but yeah, back in a bit. Alright, first things first, put these down, let these get growing in the background. I have filled up the hole above, so this is now more of a shape. There is still some, well, there's a lot of work to do here. Let's not beat around the bush. But what we need to do over here is probably, let's start off. Let's start off with an archway, and let's have a look at what our options are. I also could do with a cutting stone cutter. You see, there's an issue to using a spell book. Okay, I suppose I could just keep my, once I get, because I'm going to get a fortune, I'm going to get the set up with diamond level toolsage. But what my thoughts were let's just grab a couple of those for starters, and we're going to put one there, and maybe just one there for now. And we can throw a little bit of cracked in, doesn't do anything. Let me have a look at you. I really can't do much with that at all, can I? I can at least do those. So again, pop bit that down. One there, one there. Pop that to one side. Get a little bit of that going like that. And yeah, we'll just pop you in there. Grab a bit of you, like so. Repeat on that side, and then we just need to work out what we're going to do at the top here. And I think what I will do at the top, is there not? I can't believe that there isn't a cracked variation of that. Let's grab another one of those. Pop you in like that. Kind of gives me a shape. I have a couple of them. I suppose the other thing we could do, which is always an option, did I not? Let me have a look. Chisel. You can make a stone chisel with any smooth stone, which we can definitely get like that and like that. And now it's half. I've probably got a whole load of crap, which at least need to get used to this now. Sphere, connected plane. No. Extrude. Plane. Oh, okay. Connected plane. Plane. I just want to get rid of the bits. Single bit, there you go. Bye bye, and you can go and just sit in that corner and despawn. So we can do that, that's not a problem. And then let me just do the art shapes themselves. The ceiling is actually going to be underneath these. I just need to decide what material it's going to be, and it will be half slab, probably from underneath there. Probably. Okay, let me sort some stuff out. Be back in a moment. Okay, so something weird happened with my recordings. The last thing I had was a building working down in this room down here, which was pretty bare and pretty empty, and I've recorded several skits since then, including killing squid, making an enchanting section up here, which is all ready. That's it. This is a full enchanter, 30 level job. Sharpness, not really. We need to get more levels as well because it's there, but that's the thing. And of course, net effect is I've actually finished building this bloody room down here. So let me show you what we got, because I like it. It's the powder concrete is just a blanking thing for whatever I decide. So for example, if I decide to go off this way to make a tunnel, then I can do. If I go off this way to make a room, obviously there's a tunnel there, so that room would have to be limited in scope. I can do. We've got a little bit of shroom lightage going on. The tunnel over to the port. Oh, hello. And I think my my vine problem might be, oh hello, it might be more than a little bit solved, so I'll pop that back up there and let that run. Chicken's machine is definitely working, but of course it puts us in a situation. I'm about 24 minutes at the point of the last recording, and now I have finished and we've got everything done. Pardon me. And yeah, big question marks. What do I do next? So I think what we are going to have a bash at is a obelisk for mana. So I'm going to need some smooth stone and a stone brick and some vitium. Stone brick and some vitium. Let's go and get this one going. And what this is a means of providing power to this thing here. Now we probably we'll need to move all of this altar eventually, but right now I think we can get away with keeping it in situ for the time being. And there's our obelisk. Now what I would like to do, what I would like to have done is put a little bit of a stone brick down there and then put the obelisk on that. But I need one. Obviously I didn't have enough to make a stone brick, and this will do for the time being. Are you 3 tall? You are 3 tall, damn it. Alright. That's not going to work very well, is it? I need another one of those going there, and then we need to do something to cover that up. Oh man. Everything is conspiring against me. Anyway, no biggie. At some point I do want to get one of these things into the netherrack. Where's me Crimson Knight? That one, and I think I just do, no, maybe I do that to get one of those. That's all lovely. Right, I think let's go and have a look, see what that's doing. Because again, that altar is all going to have to. That's just crap. That altar is definitely going to have to move going forward. But where? It can't be under there. That's so where? Oh, it's probably underneath the house, in which case that's not a problem. Alright, let's go and just... Because, yeah, that will be on the other side of there. Right. So then I can take... Put you there. Oh, God, that's horrible. That doesn't work. That will obviously... Okay. I've got a problem. I don't know how easy this is going to be to resolve. See, if I come back there, that... Well, for 1B is an obvious exploit. Hello. Anything good around here? Nope. So I think we definitely need to come back, and that needs to come out of there. We'll pop one of these in temporarily. Actually, that probably wants to be oak, doesn't it? Okay. Stone. We do this. Oh, hang on. And then we do something similar on this side. Replace you with oak planks on the ceiling. Get some more of this cut crimsonite on these 4 sections here. Hang the... yeah, that will work. Because that will allow us to do the other thing with the obelisk, which if I go and find myself a my book, because I think, yeah, I left it upstairs. The obelisk. So Ethereum, we're going to need to make one of those, that's the thing. So we need to make the wrench and obelisk, celestial prism, black aura. Now the obelisk is fairly straightforward. It's a thing, we can make wizard's chalk which will go around it, and we can put pillars around it, but to be honest I think we'll move it long before we get to there. So let us go and get some materials and we can get a bit done. Now this is part and parcel of what we need for an area of effect spell, and I'm definitely going to need cut. Is that all the crimsonite I've got? 22. Hopefully that's enough. Would like some oak. 20 should be enough of that, and some of those. And all of this is aiming to get us to the point where we are able to craft the higher level spells that require Ethereum. Again, I'll save the mana for that because I don't think it's going to be necessary. We should be able to place you there. And then we take the last of this and pray that it's enough. I'm pretty certain it is. I think 16 is the value we required. So quick F7, everything appears still to be lit nicely. And we can get you down, and yeah, that's all good. And you basically, you burn, I think you burn Vitium in there. Well, let me double check. You do, and it generates mana. Okay. You can see the mana is climbing, it's going up, and there's 200 mana in there. It doesn't tell you how much you need for these books. Let me just take that book. What is that anyway? Still touch spell. Okay. So then we need Crystal Wrench, I think it is. This one here. Topaz, Vitium, and 3 iron. Let's go. There we go, all good. Have a little snooze. I've lit up a lot of the surrounding area around the base now, so it is going to be increasingly more uncommon for us to get little invaders, little mobs coming over. So that's going to be all good. Right, and we need Vitium, Topaz, and 3 iron, I think it was. There you go. And you link this to that. Yeah, appears to be linked. Lovely. Right, what was all of that about then? Well, first things first, let me find my... Oh, it's still there. I thought I put it away for a second. You know when you're looking at books and you're going to go, what happened there? We need to make an area of effect which requires ice affinity, TNT, and some Ethereum. I think it can be any Ethereum for that. So if I were to go make a projectile, so Vitium, Arrow, and Snowball. And then with an area of effect, which would be Ice Affinity, Ethereum, and TNT. Ice Affinity, Essence, or Who for this one. 2 ice, 2 snow, some Arcane Ash, and a diamond. Arcane Ash we need to do again. Okay, that's just fairly straightforward and doesn't require anything in there. So let's start putting together. Well, let me start by clearing my inventory of the dregs of this stuff, because we really don't need any of that. That can go up there, that can go in there. Right, I need 2 ice, 2 snow, and I need arcane. King Compound, which is glowstone things. Need 4 of those, so I need 8, and nope. It was diorite, granite. I might as well just use stone actually. 8 of those. Eight of those. Glowstone and redstone. I think that's all of the valuables. Yeah, it is. Of course it is. That's the only thing I do need to put my valuables into here. It's just I do like the idea of keeping them in a vase on the table. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And that should make me enough of that, which we can then cook with a piece of coal. So that will make me arcane ash. The arcane ash along with that will make me the ice affinity stuff. Okay, that's a step in the right direction. Whew. I think today is the day, while I'm recording, that the heat wave is supposed to break. So I do need one of those as well. One of my rare, increasingly small supply of diamonds, although I have got 2 pieces of debris now. Well, 1 piece of debris and 1 piece of thing. It seems a little bit overpowered, that graveyard, to be honest, but I'm not going to complain. An arcane affinity tome. Don't know if you can make those. Doesn't look like it. So 2 ice, 2 snow, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Bang. So that is the ice of right. Let's start this again. So I want a projectile, Vitium, arrow, and snowball. Got me Vitium. Pardon me. Got me arrow. Got me snowball. There's me projectile. Then I want to be an area of effect, which is I need TNT. That's the bit I need, which I've got, and that, and the Vitium from the Hofer. Okay, and then I need to decide what I actually want to do with my area of effect. I don't think I need to bounce it. What I would like to do is potentially charm, which was a red rune and some wheat. So I need red dye. And I need some wheat. I need a paper, because we're going to have to boop, 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 make a spell parchment. And I'm going to need some runes. I might as well make them up here because I've got all my cobblestone up here. One of which we need to start, one of which we'll need to finish, one of which will need to be red. Now, if everything is equal, I should be able to make that spell. But of course, what I haven't done yet, and I do need a written book, I think I've got a couple up there. Let me just check. I'm sure I had. Well, I'm not sure I had, because that might have been a different recording, a different series entirely. But let's go and have a look at written books or a book and quill. Yes, I did have one. So we're going to get rid of you. It's going to be a projectile with an area of effect and charm. And the spell is going to be called Getting Jiggy, because this is my spell and I want it to sound stupid. Getting Jiggy. Area of effect, horny critter spell. Let's go and make it, shall we? Now I think because there is 200 in there, that will be enough. So we should be able to go blank room, Vitium dust, arrow, snowball, ice essence, TNT, Ethereum. So that's all by, it pulled one Ethereum out of that altar. That's all it needed. Red rune, wheat, paper. And it needs a suitable, I mean the love heart, it seems to be the obvious one, doesn't it? Yeah, and we'll go with a nice blue one. Right, there we go. It costs 40, burnout of 20, but in theory it should make all of the chucks in the breeder horny. Okay, I'm going to have a lot of fun with that one. There's a lot of chickens in there now. Probably better not cast it on them again. But it does mean that we can now go and grab some wheat and lure some moo cows over. Just a couple will do to start off with. And I only need the one. I actually don't need anything to do this, do I? And then we either need, I don't think I'm going to have much in the way of walls or fence made. So let's jump over to here. Grab a little bit of fence. Come over there. Make some fence. Do that. Make me... Oh wow. I really do need to up my fence game, don't I? $24, maybe 30. Tell you what, we'll go with 36. It's as good a number as any, and we'll quickly go and sleep, and then we'll go and find the moo cows and get them into a pen somewhere where I can cast my super spell on them. It does need, I don't know how big an effect area and effect it has, so it is going to need the pen to be reasonably small. But the other thing I want to look at or think about is a separating mechanism, so we can quite easily get the baby cows out without having the adult cows. That was right, if I go like that, what we got there? 5. That's a 4. We can take that, we can pop a couple of these on. I should probably make a gate. Just, you know, might not be a bad idea. I'm very tempted to kill all these dryads. Because they are quite legitimately an absolute pain in the backside. Right, have we got any cow beasties in the area? I mean, there were cow beasties in the area. I remember seeing them and even in fact milking them. Just because, you know, I needed... Keep all of those. Right. And let's make the gates. Actually, let's do 2. Yeah, that's a good idea, because I'm going to go with the tried and tested airlock for now. Just because I have an issue with cows trying to follow me out. So, armed with that, now all I need is Joe Moo Cow. Now there was one over here. There might have been 2 over here, in fact. There's one. Hey, would you like some wheat? Come on then. And come on then, there we go. 1 down, 1 to go, and I'm sure there was another one over there. So I'm going to go find it, be back in a sec. Alright, 2 cows in the bag. Don't need to worry about that anymore, because I shouldn't need to go and catch any more cows, because now we can magic them. Make it a babies. And baby cow. Now the nice thing is, I don't think that will work again. Oh, hang on. I don't think it can. You can't break the rules. Okay, that's fine. We can just keep on breeding these. Now the question is, how do I want to do this? What I want is a system whereby the cows drop down into the space beneath the baby cow. The baby cow is... The big cows are stood now. I think we can do it with just a fence post. And I think for the most part they will drop down into a space, so we can then butcher them for their meats and leathers. Didn't hear that. But yeah, that is a handy spell. Certainly it's better than the last one we made, because it works, which is always a bonus. And yeah, I will... Let me just check how long I've been going now. Check that I actually have got recording. And, well, I'll see you in a moment. Alright, I am now at 53 minutes. I've definitely managed to make up the difference. Although not with stuff that I recorded originally. I have added a couple of things. Harvest, you can cause all plants, flowers, and to be harvest. I don't know whether it's that may presumably is just a touch spell to start off with. Night vision, guess what? Yeah. And plough basically allows me to plough now. I can presumably combine those with area of effect spells, and they will work in my favour, because they'll just, you know, do all the things. I've been going around with the light spell again, and we're just going to go, I'll put it into here. Let's go and let's get in jiggy with it. And see whether these guys are ready for another go. Ow. They were. And next time we have exponential growth. Now what I'd like to get is maybe get 60 breeding pairs, and then we can just breed them and keep the leather flowing. That would be good. Anyway, on that note, thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you soon, and bye for now.